Hey Summerside, Pastor Deven here. I have some good news and I have some bad news. Which one do you want first? Good news. Okay. The good news is that we're continuing to grow. We're thankful, right? We rejoice in that. We love having people come to hear about Jesus. The bad news is that requires, or that kind of mandates, that we have to adjust in some way as a church to that growth. So today, this video is going to address the whole issue of our capacity. So we have a real capacity issue in many ways. We've addressed the parking capacity issue by renting some parking space right beside the building, so you can make use of that. I mentioned that a few times recently. Here's another thing that you can do to help us with our capacity issues that we're facing, is come early. So instead of showing up 2 to 3 minutes before the service and making a mad rush for it, come a few minutes early. Now, one thing that we have to accept is that we have a lot of kids, a lot of children. And typically, until the kids are dismissed and the kids go to their classes, it's essentially standing room only. And so if you come late and everybody's standing and there's a bunch of people at the back, you're going to have a hard time finding a seat. So make sure you come early. Here's another thing that you can do. You can press in. So instead of sitting on the end of a row, push right into the middle, put on your best smile, and invite other people to sit up and cozy up right beside you. Here's one for you especially extroverted people. Maybe you have a great hairdo you want to show off, or maybe you just want a great seat to take in all that's happening, but come sit up front. There's usually a little bit of extra space in the first 1 or 2 rows, so make use of that, right? It's not like a movie theater where the first 2 rows are brutal, where your head's just snapping back and forth like this, trying to take it in and fight off the nausea. Come sit up front. I don't move around that much, right? We're pretty tame in what happens on Sunday. So come sit up front. You have a great seat, and you can make room for those who are new to Summerside, who may not feel comfortable sitting in those seats. Here's another one for you. Our foyer is an overflow. Because of our limited seating capacity in the auditorium, we're treating our foyer as an overflow. So this means something very important. If you call Summerside home and you're feeling adventurous, once in a while, sit out there and participate in worship. Let me encourage you again. Make use of that. If you call Summerside home, you're comfortable here, sit out there so that people who are new, who are checking things out, who are interested, can have some prime seats. It's just a great way that we can serve our guests. And listen to me very carefully. If you are out there in the foyer, you are not here to observe worship, you're here to participate. And so what that means is I'm asking you to stand up when we stand as a congregation. I'm asking you to sing it out as we sing out as a congregation. And I'm asking you not to chit-chat or have small conversations when the preaching is happening or when we're going through communion, but really to view it as another seating area for our worship time together as a family. Here's one for you. Next week, or October 1st, is like a senior recognition day, International Day of elderly people or old people or something. Parents, can I ask you to make sure that your kids aren't too rambunctious and running around and knocking over elderly people? So we had a situation recently where there was a bit of an encounter and a run-in with an individual, and so please help us serve the elderly in our community by just being a little bit cautious and not letting your kids run around and bang into some elderly folks with walkers and that type of thing. Is that fair? Right? I think that's just being a good family. So don't forget, Connections 1 is taking place after the service on Sunday. Invite a friend, come on out. If you meet somebody new, you can bring them. God bless you guys. Love you lots. Don't forget, help us with the seating issue and help us with the parking issue. And continue to invite people so that people can hear about Jesus. I love you guys. Take care.